here we go. It's time for my monthly recap. So let's see what I did in July. It was a really good month, maybe my best month ever, according to the ratio between speed and distance, because I was able to run 400k in 26 hours and 50 minutes. That means a monthly average pace of 4 minutes and 1 second per k. Really, really, really good for me. But let's start from the beginning of the month when I had my first session of 22k split in two parts. In the first one I was alone and I ran 12k in 45 minutes and 45 seconds. That means an average pace of 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Then I met another runner, a good runner, and I shared part of his training, running with him 10k way slower. The next day I had 15k in 1 hour, so an average pace of 3 minutes and 56 seconds per k. So July was really good for me because I had many sub 4 minutes per k sessions, and I'm really proud of that. Third good run in a row, that's true. Day off, and then I had this tough session split in two parts. In the first one I was able to run 13k in 46 minutes and 52 seconds, so at an average pace of 3 minutes and 35 seconds per k. Then I rested like 10 minutes and I put other 7k in my legs, and I was still able to manage a pace of sub 40 minutes per k. It was challenging, helpful, meaningful, and it really improved my motivation, and it was proof of my good shape at the moment. So the next day I had a bad idea to share the training with a very good runner. He's way faster than me. But while I was waiting for him, I ran this warm-up, nothing special, 3k and a half. But when he arrived, he told me his plans, and Jesus Christ, that was tough, really tough, because you see, 11k at 3 minutes and 46 seconds per k. It doesn't look so tough. I mean, it's not a walk in the park, but it's really tough when this average pace comes out from changing paces. Jesus Christ, it was helpful, really helpful, but tough as hell. I think that it's important to run with faster people, and sadly that doesn't happen to me, because I rarely had the chance to run with faster people. There aren't many runners in my area. So in the first 7 days of July, and I call it a week, I had my best week ever because I was able to run 105k at an average pace of 3 minutes and 52 seconds per k. So day off, then 20k, still sub 4 minutes per k pace, other stuff. Oh, here we go. So I had this session with a friend. We ran together 12k, almost 12k, at 4 minutes and 16 seconds per k pace. Then I was alone and I was on my way home, and I told to myself, okay, let's see what I can do in 5k. And I had this little test in 17 minutes and 23 seconds. The next day I did the opposite. Before I ran another test on 5k, and I was able to run it a little faster than the before, even if I had still some kind of tiredness in legs from the day before. And then I met another runner. We ran together 10k way slower, of course. Some quality for 91 minutes, that's true. Maybe this was my best run according to the ratio between speed and distance, because it was 23k and a half at an average pace of 3 minutes and 53 seconds per k pace. So, random stuff. Yeah, I remember this day. It was totally random. Other stuff, harder than it looks. Yeah, I remember this one because my my legs were really stiff. It's part of the game. If I try to keep a fast average pace, I know that my legs sooner or later will have some kind of issues, but nothing impossible to bear. This was funny, really funny. There is a little story behind this session because I was running without ideas. Um, Suddenly, I see two guys. They stare at me in a strange way. Maybe it was just my imagination and there was nothing wrong with them, but somehow I had the idea to follow them because they were going to appeal. I knew that I was faster by foot uphill than how they were with bike. Well, my English is really broken, but I think that you got the idea. So I had this tough and fast session uphill. The downhill was tough because uphill I really push, and on my way home I was really fucked up. But it was fun. And the next day, anyway, even if that was a really tough session, I had another 5K test on my own and I was able to run it in low 70 minutes. Pretty good effort. And I had another quality recovery after that. Here we go. Okay. This and this were, how can I say? They were really tough. They were nightmares because it was humid, fucking humid. It was hot, but I was so happy at the end of this session because I was able to slightly keep my pace sub 4 minutes per k. And even 2 days later, in 18k, it wasn't easy to keep the pace sub 4 minutes per k. But it was meaningful and helpful to run that way because I had another proof of my good shape, even if I can think that I can improve it a lot. So lost halfway, but still a good effort. Yeah, I remember this one. I started too fast, but somehow I was able to manage a decent pace. Good pace. That's a good pace for me. Come on, I'm not a runner with talent. I'm just kind of hobby jogger, how they would say on some forums. And this was my last session. It was important for me to run it, even if I was really tired, because my goal was to reach 400k this month at a good pace, and I was able to do it. So I'm fine. I'm happy. And my goal, my midterm goal, is to run a decent marathon in September, Rome Marathon, and I will chase my personal best later in the fall or maybe in winter. I don't know. So that's it.